Manchester United's next big thing, or just another overhyped talent? Every time a young player shows a bit of flair, United fans lose their minds. Alejandro Garnacho has the talent, the hype, and the swagger, but does he actually have what it takes to make it at the highest level, or is he just another moments player who flatters to deceive? Let's be real for a second. Alejandro Garnacho is one of the most frustrating players to watch in a Manchester United shirt. The talent, undeniable. The attitude, questionable. And the decision making, don't even get me started. Actually, let's get started because we need to talk about this guy. Some of you are acting like he's the second coming of Cristiano Ronaldo, but let's be honest, he's not even the best winger at the club right now. The guy has insane potential, don't get me wrong, but raw ability only takes you so far. The real question is, does he have the intelligence, the discipline, and the consistency to actually make it at the highest level? Because right now, bro, I'm not convinced. Alright, let's start with the good. Garnacho is explosive. He's got that rare quality of unpredictability, and when he's in full flow, defenders struggle to deal with him. He's direct, he's aggressive, and he's got that South American flair that United fans love. That goal against Everton, absolute madness. Moments like that are why people hype him up. But bro, we don't judge players on moments, we judge them on what they do consistently. And that's where the problem is. You see, every player can have a highlight reel. You can make a 2-minute clip of Garnacho looking like a world beater. But football isn't about the 2 minutes, it's about the 88 others where you're making decisions, impacting the game, and helping your team win. And when you really analyze what Garnacho does most of the time, you'll see why people are starting to get frustrated with him. Let's talk about his decision making. It's actually painful to watch sometimes. Bro, why does he always pick the wrong option? He'll have a simple pass to Rashford or Bruno, but instead, he'll go for some Hollywood dribble, run into 3 defenders, and lose the ball. It's like he thinks he has to do something spectacular every time he touches it. And don't even get me started on his shooting. Why does he act like every shot needs to be a banger for the highlight reel? Sometimes, bro, just place it. Just be smart. But no, Garnacho has to go for the spectacular every time. Football is simple. The best players understand that. Look at wingers like Saka, Vinicius Jr., or even Rashford when he's on form. They know when to pass, when to shoot, and when to take a player on. Garnacho? He's still figuring it out, and it's costing the team. Now, I get it. He's young, he's still developing, but this isn't just a case of he's inexperienced, he'll learn. This is a mentality thing. He plays like someone who thinks he's already made it. And that brings me to his attitude. Listen, I love confidence. I love arrogance when it's backed up on the pitch. But Garnacho has done way too much talking for someone who hasn't achieved anything yet. Remember when he mocked Barcelona after United beat them in the Europa League? Bro, you are 18, sit down. This is Barcelona we're talking about, one of the biggest clubs in football history, and you're acting like you just knocked them out of the Champions League final. This is exactly the problem with him. Too much show, not enough substance. And then there's the Argentina hype. I get it, playing with Messi must be a dream, but let's not pretend he's some key player for them. The guy barely gets minutes, and people are out here acting like he's the next Di Maria. Being in the Argentina squad doesn't automatically make you world class, bro. You actually have to perform at a high level consistently. And speaking of consistency, let's be real. Garnacho hasn't earned his starting spot yet. Some fans act like he's already better than Antony or Rashford, but bro, let's not rewrite history. Rashford at his best is levels above Garnacho. And even though Antony gets a lot of criticism, at least he understands how to play within a system. Garnacho? He plays like he's in a 5-a-side game. He doesn't track back enough, he doesn't protect his fullback, and defensively, he's a liability. Football is more than just vibes, bro. If you're not contributing off the ball, you're a problem. So, is Garnacho actually good enough for Manchester United? Right now, I'd say no. He's a moments player. He'll give you a few highlight reel goals, but that's not enough. United need consistent performers, not just flashy youngsters who turn up once every 10 games. If he doesn't improve his decision making, he's not going to be a starter for long. In fact, if United bring in a top-class winger, Garnacho might find himself back on the bench real quick, and that's the reality. He's got the potential, but potential means nothing if you don't develop it properly. So what's the deal? Is Garnacho a future star or just another hype job? Right now, he's leaning more towards the latter. I want him to prove me wrong. I want him to be the guy for United. But until then, bro, let's stop acting like he's world class. Right now, he's just another young player with potential. Nothing more, nothing less. Garnacho, prove us wrong.